Someone once said, "I've never had bullets fly by my head, but I've experienced freedom because of men who did. Forever thankful to every veteran's sacrifice." This is Vets and Coffee, the podcast. Finally, a podcast 100% about veterans. Looking at veterans making a difference in the veterans community. We'll help veterans and we'll spotlight veteran-owned businesses and businesses that support and hire veterans. Plus, guzzle down some amazing coffee. Welcome to Vets and Coffee, the podcast. Now your host, Tree McLean.
Just a moment of silence in remembrance of those we lost today many years ago on 9/11. Hey, how y'all doing? It's Sunday night. That's it, the Sunday night podcast. How y'all doing? Hope everyone had a great day. I took my pup Bailey out to my nephew's house to let him go swimming and hung out there for today. And got a special guest coming on tonight. I'm gonna bring her on right now. Oh, what's her name again? Oh yeah, there it is. Here we go. Where's she at? There she is. Hello, Janice. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Awesome.
I want a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking I was going to have on an Air Force veteran named Huffman, and she's written a book about her service and her transition out and everything, and life in her service. And I was going to have her on, and I was thinking, it'd be great if I had a female veteran co-host to kind of relate with her better than I can, so we can have more female viewers on and so forth like that. And I thought, I'm going to find myself a co-host. So I've been talking to different people, and then I ran into your sister-in-law Friday night, and she goes, "I've got the person just for you." and I said, "And who's that?" She told me, and I said, "Ooh, yeah, that sounds good." So everyone's watching. This is she was a sergeant in the Army, Janice Moreno, our new co-host. Welcome. So tell us about yourself.
I'm very excited.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I, of course, my family. I'm sorry. Of course, my family. My dad was.
I know. I've heard all about your family. Yeah, you have quite a family. So here, go ahead and get into your family. How many served?
Okay. So my dad served. I think it was like 27 years in the Army, and not too far after that, I joined the Army. Of course, I'm the oldest girl out of five, so the rest are all boys.
Yeah.
And I remember after I joined. Well, when you're in that transition, you're about to ship out. I went to visit my family. They lived in Germany, and
your family lived in Germany.
Yeah, they were stationed. My dad was stationed in Germany. After I graduated, they moved, and I stayed put. And I wanted to start a life on my own, but I can do it. And they went. My dad got stationed out there near Kaiserslautern, and when I went to go visit them, of course they didn't want me to go, but my dad had the 70th anniversary of D-Day, the D-Day jumps in Normandy, and he was organizing all those events. And I went and I said, "Dad, how do I do that? I want to do that. I want to jump out of planes and stuff." And he looks at me, he goes, "You go airborne." And I was like, "Okay." So I went to the Army. I deployed in 2011, went to Afghanistan. And when I came back, they had an opportunity to re-enlist. And I was just like, "Hey, I want to go airborne." They're like, "All right." So exactly 5 years later, 75th anniversary, I was able to jump into those Normandy jumps. And
that's amazing. I mean, just to go on that Normandy. I saw the picture. I mean, Did you use a GoPro to take that picture or your cell phone?
No, I didn't. I had it in my side pocket, and I was ready for it. So as soon as I jumped out, I checked my chute, and I reached in my pocket and I took a real quick selfie and put it back before we hit the ground.
That's awesome. I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
My mom freaked out when I showed her. She's like, "Why would you do that?" I was like, "Hey, I was already falling from the sky. Why not?"
So the picture of you on the ground, is that Normandy as well?
Yes, sir. I actually got to jump off of a German plane, ironically, a German plane with German troops with a German jump master. So I got my German blood wings.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. I got people texting me right now about you. Going, hey, who is that? You know?
Yeah, no, and then after I came back, actually, my first duty station as a paratrooper was Alaska.
Oh, wow.
J-Bear, yeah. But you know what? Everybody says, like, really jumping in Alaska is like landing on pillows when it's snowing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you jumped in the snow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes it got a little scary because I'm kind of short.
Yeah.
So,
How tall are you?
so I try to check through the snow.
Just look for a parachute.
Exactly.
How tall are you?
Say again?
How tall are you?
5'1.5". Let's just round it up to 5'2". It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just a little taller than you are. I'm 6'8".
You know what? My brother said he's tall. He's very tall. They call him Tree. I was like, well.
Yeah. So Ricky Cruz, my co-host, he was born in Germany. Yeah. And you're thinking, someone with the name of Cruz? Yeah. And he's actually, his father was born in Guam. And his mother was born in Germany, and his father served in Vietnam for 4 years, 25th Infantry. He's got gold stars, he's got silver stars, numerous commendations and so forth. But he served in Germany and so forth as well. So that's where, Ricky was born there. And everybody thinks, Ricky can speak Spanish. And when he met his wife, which is Hispanic here in Houston, he went to meet his future father-in-law, and the father-in-law was talking away to him, and he keeps saying, see. And finally, his father-in-law said to him, you didn't hear a word I said. You can't speak. He goes, nope.
I tell my family, I said, I'm a coconut. I'm brown on the outside.
Everybody thinks he would know it, but he goes, I was born in Germany, But that's funny, Here you are from Germany, and you're 25th Infantry. He was 25th Infantry, yeah. So.
Yeah. My younger brother was born in Germany. He's 12, but that was the last time. They tell you when you go to Germany, you come back with a grandfather clock, a shrunk, or a baby. The first time they came back with a grandfather clock and a shrunk. Second time, I mean, they had no choice, right?
Yeah. That or cuckoo clock.
Exactly.
I've got a German cuckoo clock, yeah. So you had Jeff served, right?
Yes. Sir.
And then how many other people in your family served besides your dad?
So you have my dad, Jeff, of course, my sister-in-law, my brother, Tommy. He's the junior, Thomas Gonzalez Jr.
Does he still serve?
No. He also got out. He's actually a police officer.
Where is he a police officer at?
He was at HPD for a little bit, and now he's doing he's a police officer for the Lone Star. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. So I worked for HPD for a while.
And then my other brother, he just got married actually, and his wife is also a veteran.
Wow. And Army?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're just stacked. You can only imagine how dinner goes.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. So your mom, and so I was talking to your mom, and I said, yeah, we need to have you on. And then once we have your daughter on, we'll have her as a co-host interviewing you as well, because, she's got a story herself, being a co-host. I mean, being a Blue Star mom.
Oh, yeah.
And dealing with y'all's deployment and everything. And I think that'd be a good story in itself right there. Yeah.
Absolutely. I ask my mom all the time. I was like, how did you do it? She said, you know what? I think I must have blacked out because she goes, there's so many emotions with it. And the last thing you want to do is worry your kids about it. So
yeah.
We're all very grateful for her. She's a rock star.
Yeah, she's a real nice lady. Yeah, so she got to meet Bailey and got a hug from Bailey. Have you heard about Bailey?
I have not.
You haven't heard about Bailey?
I haven't. You know what? I did see a post about it. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's her when she's a pup. Yeah. And this is her being goofy. Yeah. But no, she's my service dog.
Okay.
And Marisol's good. It's her buddy big time. They have a connection.
Oh, she has a connection with all the animals. All
Yeah.
the animals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she had a blast today. I took her out to my nephew's, and she went swimming and played with his kids and everything. They had a great time.
Labs they love swimming. They have like webbed feet, right? So they can swim even better.
They're just great. And they're known bird hunters, duck hunters and such. But yeah, we were out there and couldn't find out my nephew's got a cousin by marriage that's a Army recruiter. He's actually a first sergeant Army recruiter right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have him on the podcast soon.
Oh yeah.
Now that I got a distant, by marriage. So got to have him. Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 So, so what do you do now? You do anything? You just mom? You're a hairstylist.
Yes.
That's why you're wearing a ball cap.
Because I work to make others beautiful. Let's not talk about my hair. No, I am my daughter's softball coach as well.
Yeah.
So this morning we got at the butt crack of dawn, went practice, and then right after that we went to work.
Yeah. What are you hitting your hand on?
Where?
Whenever you put your hand down, you can hear right through the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the desk.
It's all right. Just so you know. Yeah. You can hear that every time. You hear that?
Yes.
That's me tapping on my desk. But every time you put your hand down, you hear it. So.
My bad.
It's all right. It's all right. So how old is your daughter?
She is 7. She just turned 7.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Great. You have any other kids?
No, just her. I think I knew what he was doing. He was like, "Hey, listen, let's get your sea legs. Take care of this one."
So is your husband a veteran?
Yes. Oh, you know what? How did I forget about my husband? That's terrible. Mm-hmm. I met my husband in Alaska, actually.
He's an Army veteran?
Yes, he is.
Awesome, man.
Yes, he is.
Is he an Eskimo?
Say again?
Is he an Eskimo?
No. Actually, the weirdest thing is that his family's from Houston, too.
Really?
Yeah. So when we started dating, we actually got engaged before we met each other's family. And I said, I want you to meet my family. And he was like, yeah, me too. I said, where's your family from? He's like, Houston. I was like, you sure? He's like, yeah. And I was like, my family's out there too. So they're about 45 minutes away from where we live right now. So we get to have both family.
Yeah. Y'all aren't into boxing by any chance, are you?
No.
Do you like to watch boxing?
I do like to watch boxing.
Okay. Well, I'm asking because I had on Coach Cap, and he works at the Combined Arms. You've heard of Combined Arms?
Combined Arms, yes.
Yeah. So he works down there. He's a volunteer coach, and he teaches boxing. And November 12th, which is Veterans Day weekend, I've got quite a few events that weekend, but he's having an event over off of the Beltway out by the airport on the north side. And it's a boxing event. He's got Ray Mercer coming in. He's a well-known boxer. And we're going to do a podcast down there live from the boxing event. Oh, that would be awesome. And he's going to try to get some Marines down there and Army veterans that are into boxing as well. Yeah. I was going to say, if y'all wanted to come out and be on the podcast live, you can do it as well. Yeah.
That'd be lots of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'd be just something different and everything. But yeah. So yeah, y'all need to come out to the steak night one night.
My mom did say, she said, Janice, because steak is her favorite food.
Yeah.
Right. She said, I'm gonna go to steak night. I was like, okay, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm gonna stay in. And she comes back. She goes, Janice, those steaks. Oh my gosh.
I ate a big sandwich before I went up there. So I wasn't really that hungry. So Bailey ate a half a ribeye steak.
Hey, listen, more power to Bailey. Like, hey, Dad, can we go back? You eat a sandwich again.
Actually, we had a ribeye last night for dinner too. But hey,
was
that you yesterday morning running with everyone? Did I see you in a picture?
That was that was a ruck march. Yesterday morning was opening day for softball.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought maybe you were in a picture. I saw a picture.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
So, no, we do all the stuff with Lone Star Warrior Outpost.
Yeah.
So I'm actually the coach for the co-ed team.
Oh,
And
cool.
so we every day of the week is softball.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's your flyer right there.
Yes.
So yeah, I was gonna have Jeff on the weekend before his Halloween event.
Oh my goodness, I am so excited for that.
Well, it was canceled because of they lost the location.
Oh
So they're
no.
trying to find another location, and I made a suggestion. He goes, "Yeah, I'm talking to him about it, but we're gonna have to see." And then it's gonna be depend on weather because the other location was gonna be indoors.
Hmm.
And I said, "Why don't you see if Hector lets you do it at Post 654? They got that huge lot in the back. They got a big
Hmm.
open field in the back."
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. And I said, "It'd be great to do laser tag out there. Then people could come inside, cool off, whatever, if it's not
Hmm.
cold or it's not hot, you know?"
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that would be a good idea.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to Hector about it. Hector was supposed to call me tonight. He was eating dinner earlier when I called him, but he says I'm gonna push him in about it and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. This is just about dinner time. This is your dinner time watch, right? For a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of times Sunday night shows are pre-recorded. And
Mhm.
but if I have someone that could do it, live, it's great. I love doing live shows. Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling my sister-in-law, my brother, like I do like doing podcasts, but it's even better when it's in person
Mm-hmm.
because there's lots of chemistry and you can feel like a whole energy and stuff.
I don't know who just. I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says a Facebook user, Janice repping with that nice baseball cap. So yeah, it's got to be Jeff because he watches all the podcasts.
I was
It
gonna
is.
say anything with Lone Star Warrior Outpost. He's all
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
got to be Jeff. Yeah. So hello, Jeff.
Hey
How you
Jeff.
doing? Mm-hmm. So across the bottom of my screen, I've got a couple things on there. I've got the Veterans Crisis Line. Dial 988, press 1 if you're having bad thoughts and having trouble getting by in life. If you're having financial issues or finding a place to live, or you're worrying about getting evicted or anything, and you're a veteran and need some help, go to combinedarms.us and they can help you out there as well. Please don't give up on yourself. We just recently had 4 Army recruiters that attempted suicide, and we lost 2. And I heard one was due to financial situation, stuff like that. But there's plenty of help out there, and so we can get it to you. So be sure to
Absolutely, you're
check.
not alone.
Yeah, yeah, I know. So we're gonna, with this podcast, we're gonna continue to talk about that, and bring guests on that can help out veterans and talk about transition and so forth like that. So how was your transition when you got out of the Army?
It was I thought that I was ready because I knew what I was getting out for. Since it was dual military and talking to a lot of dual military families while I was pregnant, I think by the end of it, I don't want to do that. I know growing up, my mom, she was always there because my dad, he was deploying. He was always, I can't say he was always gone, but he was gone a good portion, right?
Uh-huh.
So I kept telling myself, I was like, I want to be a mom like my mom was. Like, you look out in the field, any kid, when you're doing something, the first thing you look out and you look for your mom, right?
Yeah.
You're in trouble, they're going to call your mom. And I wanted to be that for my daughter.
Uh-huh.
So knowing that, having that goal in mind, when I got out, I felt completely lost. There were several times I would cry over things that weren't even important, but I felt like it was just building up. It was just building and building. I was like, who am I? I don't even remember what I used to like. I don't remember. I don't know what I'm good at. All I knew is I didn't want to continue to do what I was doing in the Army, right? I was Signal Corps. So it was a 25 uniform. So
was that your second time you went in?
No. This is the first time.
Okay.
So I was constantly on the computer.
Okay.
Right. I was constantly on the computer, and I became one of those help desk people. Like, did you plug it in? And I just didn't like who I was becoming because I was just becoming grumpy. So I didn't want to do that. So as my daughter got older, my mom was just like, hey, you like to do makeup, and why don't you try to brush your daughter's hair? So digging yourself out of that space and that transition You know, your appointments are now no longer made for you. You have to remember when to take your flu shot, you know? Health insurance, you're learning how to be an adult. And learning that again at 27, 28, it's not a good feeling.
How many years were you in the Army?
6.
6. That's good. Yeah.
So it's just having, and then, but see, I grew up in the military environment. So now my dad was in, like, after my dad was in, I'm taking care of. I get in, I'm taking care of. I get out, now I have a whole family. Now I need to take care of them. And how am I going to do that? I don't have that crutch anymore. I don't have that help. So it was actually a very, very rough transition.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure things out, and you can't help but to feel. I remember the empowerment you felt when you were in the military. You felt like a badass. You felt like, man, I'm awesome. I do this. But then when you get out, I can sit here and say, like, I'm a hairstylist.
There's a badass right there.
You know what I mean? I used to be a badass, and it's kind of hard to accept this new you from what you were. So I can still say I've been out for a while now, like 6 years, and it's still weird.
You've been out 6 years? Wow. Yeah. You know, when I got out, you know, I was very healthy, and I was doing so many chores around the house and everything, and I was pulling weeds on the side of the house, and I heard the distinctive sound of glass breaking. I went, what was that? So I walked to the top of my driveway, and I could look over the fence, and I could see behind the fence in our backyard, there was a man breaking into my neighbor's house, and he broke the back window out of the house. So I grabbed a shotgun out of my truck, and I went running through my yard, and I went to jump over my fence, but it was an old rotten fence, and I took the whole fence over with me. And I gave my yell, like, oh, you know, going over the fence, and that guy freaked out, and he said, no, he's like, oh, don't shoot me, and everything. And when the police arrived, he goes, man, he just took over the whole fence with him, and clearly the whole fence fell over when I went over the fence, you know. And they're like, man, that's a badass guy, you know. But actually, it was rotten and it needed to be replaced. That's what the next thing I did was replace the fence. But you know,
whoops.
Yeah, but, you know, yeah. So, but that's awesome. So you do you do any volunteering now besides with Lone Star Warriors?
Um,
And you coach
I
softball?
tried to, I coach softball. I tried to volunteer at my daughter's school when I have time.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you think you have your own business, that you'll have all this time in the world, but in all actuality, trying to keep up with the household, take care of your kids, do all the things, and try to be everything for everybody. It's
so
kind of
is your
hard.
hairstyling your business now?
Yes, sir.
So you have a like a brick and mortar location where people can come and get the hair done?
Yes, sir.
Oh wow! So you have some people working for you?
No. I actually rent space.
Yeah.
My honestly, what I really want to do is make a traveling. Really.
Okay, I got it that time. Yeah.
Is make a traveling hair salon so that I can go to assisted living homes and take my business to them, or homeschooling. You know, moms can't get out of the house as easily, or disabled people. I'd love to be able to go take my business to them and help them, because I work out of Old Town Spring.
Yeah.
And we have stairs. So I think for those people, it's a little bit harder to go and get your hair done.
So you like rent a booth or something out there with a bunch of other hairstylists?
There's only like 3 of us in the building. It's a little building.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. There's a place over here by the house where people can rent space in a great bigger space.
Yeah.
That's full of nail stylists, nail people.
Oh, yeah. Those are the little ones that have rooms. No, this is like barbershop style. It's all open, literally just 3 chairs. So when there's 3 clients, it looks, when you walk in, it looks like it's popping, like, whoa, like, where's the party? But really, there's only 3 of us.
You know, I've got a friend that has a barbershop here in Houston. He's a veteran, and he hires veterans, and he's always looking for help too. So if you ever want to go to another spot, I can probably hook you up with it too. Valor Barbershop.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was considering being a barber, but Jeff was in. He was about to get his hair cut, and I had another male client in the chair. I'm cutting his hair, and Jeff crosses his arms, and he's like this. He's just staring the guy down. And when he leaves, I go, "What the hell, bro? What's going on?" He goes, "You were touching that guy." I was like, "I was cutting his hair." He goes, "Yeah, I didn't like it." I was like, "What do you think I was gonna do? Y'all want me to be a barber? What do you think is gonna happen?" He goes, "I don't like it." I was like, "Okay." So there goes my career pursuits of being a barber.
Well, he has stylists working in his shop.
Oh wow!
And actually, Brock, the owner, went through the. He went to school in New York, I think, through the Vidal Sassoon School of Hair. Yeah. So he's a well-known hairstylist at his Valor Barbershop.
Wow. Yeah. Vidal Sassoon is a very big name.
Yeah. So I mean, he's not just some barbershop, guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But I know he's looking to open up new locations too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like to do fantasy colors.
Well, you'd get along with Jason Ferguson, which is one of his hairstylists.
Uh-huh.
He just finished going to school, and Jason's beard hangs down to like down here. And he's into hair coloring. He colors it all the time, red, white, and blue, or red, or green, or depending on the season or the holiday. Oh yeah. He's big into doing that. Yeah.
The only time that I've been able to do somebody's beard is I have a Santa who comes and visits. Santa comes and visits me before the season starts. So that's the only thing I can do. I've offered to dye his hair other colors, but
yeah. That was Bailey flapping her big ears.
Oh.
So yeah. Well, that's really neat. So you work 5 days a week or what, or weekends, or?
I work every other week. I work 5 days. The rest I work 4. Because the house ain't gonna run itself, and because Mama needs a break, and because softball.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll talk to you about scheduling and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So come here, Bailey. Bailey, up. Here comes Bailey.
There she is. I did see your post. You said, and of course, there's Bailey. She doesn't talk much, but
I'm actually going to get a third camera and put underneath the desk so that I can turn it on her every once in a while so people can see her.
Oh yeah. It's puppy love. Everybody loves puppies.
I know. She's real special. Yeah. So yep, she's wants to eat some dinner, I guess.
She said, "Dad, I need food. Ribeyes again, please."
No ribeyes. No. She just looked at me too, like, really?
Then when the dogs do they put their head down, but they look up like, come on.
Well, that's great. That's really neat. You got a big military family, and so I saw that your dad was on my buddy's podcast, Charlie Mike the podcast.
Oh yes.
Yeah, with Jeff and everything. Yeah. So then I told Jeff, said, well, I'd have your father on, but I know your wife does all the work in the organization, so let's have your wife on. And he just looked at me like, what? But she's
the administration.
I think what we ought to do is have a podcast with your whole family on it.
Oh yeah, that would be so much fun.
That would be awesome. I mean,
hey, listen, it wouldn't be very hard because my entire family lives in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. So we could do it, Yeah.
That's just family dinner for us.
Yeah, I know. So we can do just a great big podcast at the house.
Exactly. But listen, if everybody just has cups of coffee, just has the camera shooting down.
You like coffee, I hope?
I love coffee.
That's good. I've got 31 blends to choose from.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? I go to a gym that's over here by Old Town Spring. It's called Relentless, and they're veteran owned. Combat veterans work out for free, and they have their flags and everything. And every time I'm there and we're going around the building, there's a coffee roaster somewhere in the area, and you smell the coffee just roasting.
Valor Barbershop has their own coffee.
Oh yeah. So when you walk in, you're just
So here's the thing: is since you're my co-host, get with Relentless Jim
Mhm.
and the owners and see if they want to be on the podcast,
Absolutely.
and we can go out there and do a podcast out in spring with them.
That
And
sounds
you
great.
can co-host it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can talk about their service. They can talk about their gym and stuff like that. Of course, Ricky Cruz, that's my co-host. He owns a gym as well here in Houston, and it's a boxing-related gym.
Ooh, yeah. They do they have lots of bodybuilders.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
yeah,
you know,
Ricky,
we're trying to get there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I used to do a lot of working out when my legs were in a mess. My legs are a mess. I get
Yeah.
real poor circulation. I'm not diabetic, but I got really poor circulation and I got a lot of nerve pain and
Mm.
trying to stay out of the hospital. I've been in 3 times this year. I don't want to go
Oh
again.
no. Yeah. Yeah, people when I go to the VA, people are always like, "You're too young." I was like, "Yeah, tell that to my knees, huh? Tell that to my back."
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you do look quite young. Yeah, I was like, "Man, there's no way." Yeah. So,
It's just lots of moisturizer. Plus, I'm Hispanic, so our faces are oily. It mummifies the skin. So
oh, that's too funny, you know. Yeah, we're talking earlier. I was talking with Raul Moreno, and I said, "Yeah, all my co-hosts are all Hispanic."
hey, it's called bringing flavor on.
But at least one of them's German.
Yeah,
Ricky,
right.
he's German. Yeah, yeah.
He said
So,
German.
yeah, he's German. That's right. So, yeah. So, yeah, we'll have a good time. And then, you drink flavored coffee?
I do. I drink all coffee.
You
I
drink
wake
all.
up for 300 milligrams of caffeine and 800 milligrams of ibuprofen.
Hmm. I do my share of ibuprofen too. I do.
That's right. That's how we
Mhm.
start our day.
Yep. So I've got my Tylenol 3 with codeine. I take on occasion. I try to stay off of it though. But then I
Okay.
have my ibuprofen. Yeah.
Listen, those are called night pills.
Hmm. No, I
Just
have night pills too.
no, that's called something else.
I have my night pills, but those are keep away the bad dreams. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I give my daughter melatonin sometimes because her games sometimes are late and it's hard for them to go to sleep. So I tell her to take her nighttime vitamins. It's just melatonin. There you go, babe.
I
Night, night.
I take amitriptyline. Yeah, that helps out with the dreams. So,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever helps. Like you said, we're not
Yeah.
in this alone. This is a fight together.
Yeah. Bailey, she'll hear something at night. She'll wake me up. And she does. She'll push on me and start barking everything and scare the living crap out of me, with her barking. I think the house is on fire or something,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lab and a chihuahua, but when they don't bark a lot, but when the lab barks, it scares me because it's like, whoa.
Yeah. I got a lab and a dachshund.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marisol has a Cocker Spaniel.
Yes.
Yeah. So she says to me that it's Friday night. She goes, I'd like to get her certified as a service dog. I said, well, you can come to school with me and learn how. She goes, oh, no, she's all trained. I said, well, can she do this? And I told Bailey to sit. And I walked down the end of the hall and I turned around and I told her to come to me. And she ran up to me and I told her to sit and stay. And I walked all the way back over to him. I said, can your dog do that? And she goes, no. I said, well, then it needs some schooling.
So
then
everywhere
for free.
Huh?
Yeah, I told her, I said, you can get it for free, the training at the school I go to, which is this right here, the Rescue for PTSD.
Wow.
And if you're a veteran and you have issues with PTSD and you want a service dog, go over to the SPCA Humane Society, go rescue one and find one that you connect with, that you like, and it connects with you. And then sign up here and they will give you free training on how to teach your own service dog.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's where Bailey and I go to. And Bailey they'll test you and everything. They'll make sure you're up to your training and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, you can start going to school with us, And it's at the BFW post in Tomball once a month. And there's a puppy test, there's a good citizens test, and then there's a public access test. And Bailey's ready to pass that. It's just I need to get back into shape from the hospital to do the walking for the test. Yeah.
Yeah. We had I know a gentleman, he used to bring his dog to the gym and they let him. Oh, I love that dog. He was there for the cuddles. I feel like he was everybody's PTSD dog, and he was just such a good boy. And unfortunately, if I cuddle like the pet tender, makes me break out in hives. But I didn't care with him. I was just like, oh.
Come on, Bailey, calm down. That's Bailey underneath the desk right now. No, I've got a friend of mine, Mike, that I got on to the Rescue for PTSD with his dog Dominic, and they just recently passed their public access tests. And he goes to a warrior group at Camp Hope once a week, and then he goes to another one. And all the veterans at the meeting all hug on his dog and love on his dog and stuff like that, which is great, you know. And it's just the dogs. Really, when you get a hug from a dog, it makes you feel so good. It really does. So it does good. It does. Yeah. So like there's went out to Camp Valor out in Conroe, which they house veterans dealing with PTSD and addiction. And there's a veteran out there who's had it was a pet, and it was an English bulldog, and it was everyone's buddy, you know. So all the veterans like shared the dog.
Yeah.
So Bailey, quit hitting. Come on, sit. Good girl. She's hitting everything with her tail.
There, those tails are so thick. When they're walking down a hall, it's just do.
And when it hits you, it hurts. At least me, it does. My legs.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. So yeah, she's funny. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me. I look forward to making more episodes with you.
This is what the noise is. This is the number one toy for dogs. These bottles.
You don't know why, but
yeah. So I got to make an announcement real quick. Next weekend is the second annual Val 22 Gala and Auction, Saturday, September 17th, at the Dow Academic Center in Brazosport College in Lake Jackson, Texas. If you don't know about val22.org, their organization, 100% of the money they collect goes back to helping veterans. The husband and wife, Stephanie and David Vincent, run it. David's a Marine Corps veteran, and they don't collect a check out of their organization. They both have good jobs. So all the money goes back to helping veterans, but they need your assistance. Go get a ticket, $75 a piece. They have tables still available. They could still use some auction items. So if you want to be involved, holler at them, val22.org. So that's coming up next weekend. Also, once again, guys, girls, if you're having trouble making it through life, please dial 988 and press 1. So there we go. And once again, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so we'll have the whole family on one day. Get the whole Gonzalez family on and all the extras too.
We will make it happen. I'm pretty sure they'd all love to.
I think that would be a lot of fun. That would make for a great show. Yeah. So
absolutely.
Yep. And one last thing. Show sponsors, patriotknifecoffee.com. Use discount code PODCAST and save 20% off your order. Or go to charliemikemilitaryapparel.com and you'll get free shipping through them. And that's through Raul Moreno. With Charlie Mike podcasts are on Thursday nights. Be sure to check them out as well. Great podcast. He and Will Garay, the Stash, two great guys. And I'll be watching theirs. I watch it every week. You know, it's a great podcast. You know, so please don't forget 988 and press 1. And then one last thing I always do is please never let them be forgotten. Okay. And once again, thank you for coming on. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
You've been listening to Vets and Coffee, the podcast. As you can see, veterans and coffee are Tree's passions, and we want to make a difference in the veterans community. And with your help and continued listenership, we'll do exactly that. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. See you next time on Vets and Coffee, the podcast.